What's up, everybody? It's me again. It's TeaRon. That's TeaRon period. And we are here on a Tuesday, and we are doing another movie review. So you know who I am here with.
Hey, y'all. Like TeaRon said, it is Tuesday, and it's Tiera Janee, and I'm back with my boy TeaRon for another round of Ubiquitous Blacks Reviews. I'm excited about this one, TeaRon. How are you feeling?
Listen,
Uh-huh.
all I can say is this.
Yes.
All I can say is this. Growing up,
Oh, Lord.
I was a cussing ass kid. Okay.
Were you? You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not
Ooh,
surprised.
I could cuss. Oh my gosh. I would even get real inventive when I was a kid, and I would say, there's motherfucker. How about mother? Right? You know, so I would really I would go there. Somebody would knock on the door, growing up in the projects. Who the is it? That was me. I was that kid.
Oh, you had a potty mouth.
No, because my vocabulary was also quite profound as well. So I didn't just cuss and only cuss.
Okay.
I had other words as well.
And what
I had a myriad of words.
Come on, myriad. And what did Mama TeaRon have to say about that?
It would depend. If I got caught, I got in trouble, of course. If I was cussing out teachers at school, there's repercussions for that.
There are, yeah.
But there was no doubt in her mind that I was a cussing kid.
Okay.
Sure. I know she was like, ooh wee. But
yes.
I say that to say this. I am on the cusp. Now, I've been an uncle a long time in real life.
Yes.
Okay.
And you've had uncle energy since you were a child, but go ahead.
Yeah, probably. but I'm just now feeling unclish.
Okay.
And on the cusp, pre-unclish, right?
Uh-huh.
And the reason I found that out was because when this movie we're about to review, when I was watching it, I said, "Woo, I would never talk like that. Ooh, these kids are bad." Like I was saying all kind of stuff, and then I was thinking back. I was like, "Wait a minute, I think I was one of them."
Wow.
But when you get older, you tell your kids not to do this, that, and the other. I mean, I'm not you, but people
yes.
tell their kids not to do this, that, and the other, or shouldn't do this. Most of the time when you are told not to do something is from experience.
Yes.
It's I already did all of that. So you cannot do it.
Yes. Correct.
And most of the time it fails. I say all that to say this.
Bring it on home.
About to review. The disclaimer on that thing at the beginning was very necessary.
It was.
Because it takes a lot for me to blush or be like, woo. But again, I say this all the time, Tiera. This is reason number 6,720 why I'm glad I don't have any of them yet. I'm glad I don't have any kids yet. Woo.
So I have to tell the audience what we're talking about today. Now that you've introed it in that way, let them know what we're talking about.
We are talking about the latest release on Prime Video, starring none other than SNOOP himself, Snoop Dogg. This movie is called The Underdoggs.
Underdoggs with 2 G's. Let's play the trailer.
I am football legend Jaycen Jennings, your new head coach.
JJ, how you liking this game?
Coach, this is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you remember what you were like when you showed up freshman year?
I don't owe nobody nothing.
Sound just like me. If you really want to win a game, stop pushing away your team.
All right, TeaRon, this trailer for this movie, when you first sent this to me, I was like, I don't know. All right, we'll watch it. Because it's Snoop Dogg, right? And
right, of course.
I knew it was going to be some laughs and some shenanigans. And I knew it was going to be Snoop Dogg. Like, we knew it was going to be Snoop.
Yeah.
So I got to say, starting off the movie, you mentioned the disclaimer that we received at the top of the movie. I was also, and I'm not even gonna give the disclaimer.
I paused it. I paused it to read the disclaimer.
It was a little lengthy. It was lengthy.
It needed to be. It needed
and
to be.
The font was small. I'm just gonna say the font was a little small. Like, oh, is it me? Is my auntie kicking in? Cause
look,
I squint. But yeah, so the disclaimer was there, it was given, and for the audience, because I know y'all are gonna go watch this after you watch our review. Disclaimer's there. It's funny, it's cute, but it's there for a reason. And I think it was really cute and fun that they put that in there. But it's just basically to let us know there's a lot of cussing in this movie, and there's some cussing kids in this movie.
Some language.
Yes, lots of cussing in this movie. Like, I guess it's a children's movie, but no, it's not a children's movie. What's it rated? What is it even rated? I don't even.
R.
Is it R? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think you only get like 4 F-bombs, maybe less, before you get an R rating.
Okay, fair. Well,
and this movie,
we were well beyond that.
We lost count.
We well beyond.
We lost count on this one. I will precursor this and say that this is sort of a satirical, unofficial follow-up to what Snoop has been known for doing for a long time. So we do know that Snoop actually did have his coaching camp or his little league football and stuff they would do. We would see it on TV on different reality shows. There was also a documentary, I think it was on Netflix, though, a while back, where it was Coach Snoop, if you remember that. I think that's been some years ago.
Yeah.
But showing him, working with the kids and things like this. And at the end, I think they do a blurb for this film, but this is a play on that. This is a comedy for sure.
Yes.
But I will say, it was just to bring some humor to what is a bigger good cause, and that is Snoop giving back to the youth through sports and football and coaching and things like that. So it's a very real thing that he does, which is hopefully not as raunchy and wild as this movie. Tiera, take us through it. Give us the synopsis, the breakdown, and let me also say, Snoop has been in a lot of movies over the years. I think this is the first time that I felt like Snoop was giving us the acting chops.
Wait,
he's giving us some roles.
What?
He's like giving us some roles. He's been in stuff, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
To me, he was really in his acting bag in this movie. I think he was having a great time giving us this wild and crazy version of himself, right?
Oh.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed him in this.
I also
so who did he play?
I don't know what bag he was in, but I had a blast. I loved it.
His acting bag.
We'll have to get into it. Let's go. So here's a summary of Underdoggs with Cheese. All right. So Jaycen Jenning, who is played by Snoop, is a washed-up ex-football star who's kind of hit rock bottom. He's had some legal troubles. He is no longer a fan favorite. Got a bad attitude. He's rich as all get out. Tons of money, but nobody really likes him. He is really trying to. I wouldn't even say he's trying to revamp his image. I would say that he's just trying to find something to do. He's in his retirement era. He's bored. He's rich, but he doesn't really have love in his life. He doesn't have children that we know of, or that are mentioned. He doesn't seem to have a woman or a wife or anything. He just seems to be a lonely guy who's really rich and really talented, a really great football star. Legendary, as the character kept reminding us. But he's lonely. He gets into trouble with the law. He has a after visiting his agent. He goes down to his agent's office. He's upset with his agent. He's like, I've been recording my podcast. You're not getting me out here. Like, what's up? Like, and the agent's like, listen, kind of giving him a bit of the runaround because he don't like him either. Nobody really likes him. Would you agree?
He's very very egotistical, to say the least. narcissist out of this world, bad attitude. But you've seen this character in real life. One thing I thought was hilarious was when the movie starts out, they kind of give us the rundown of Jaycen.
Mm-hmm.
And when they give us him when he's young, I said, this movie is not serious.
No, not at all. Nope.
The actor they found to play young Jaycen,
hilarious.
The only thing he had in common with Snoop was they both had locks.
That was it. I was like, where did y'all find this actor? Who is this?
But it was at that moment where I was like, okay, this movie is about to play, and it's either going to and you know what we like to say, it's either going to play in my face or we're going to have a good time.
Have a good time.
And we'll see. I'll let you know what it was at the end of it.
And also, before we even get all the way into it, like my first maybe 5-10 minutes into the movie, I was like, what age is Snoop supposed to be? Which, sidebar, I know the character's name is Jaycen, but it was Snoop to me the entire film. So, TeaRon, what age was Snoop supposed to be? Because I was confused.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
So in the flashbacks, I didn't know if it was 90s, early aughts. I didn't know. So I don't know what age he's supposed to be.
You don't know. It was strange because one of the characters in the film, who we'll meet along the way, is played by Mike Epps, and he was a high school mate of Snoop. And Mike Epps' character very much gave uncle, like 50s uncle.
They all gave uncle.
They all gave uncle. And Snoop be giving auntie sometimes. I'm going to call it a thing. I'm like, he is giving auntie. He does give auntie. You're not going to tell me he doesn't. You're not. Okay. But anyway. We love Snoop, but he gives auntie. You're not going to tell me he didn't give auntie in this movie, TeaRon. Don't do this. Don't leave me out here by myself. Okay, that's all right. I'll hold this. I'll stand on this. Anyway.
Who was Mike Epps playing?
Mike Epps was playing Kareem, which really wasn't a friend of Snoop Dogg / Jaycen's at the beginning because they had lost contact over the years. They run into each other in a funny way. I'll leave that for you guys. I won't spoil it. But they run into each other in a funny way. And somehow, some kind of way, Kareem, a.k.a. Mike Epps, ends up staying at Snoop Dogg's house, needing a place to lay.
He imposed himself.
He very much.
Let me put it that way.
But Snoop
He didn't ask to come over. He was like, I'm coming over. I'm here.
Maybe he didn't even call first. He didn't text. He didn't send a voice note. He just showed up. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but don't show up at my house. I might not even answer. Okay.
I thought it was a good pairing though. Mike Epps is always a good time. Stand up. And honestly, having him in it, knowing that Mike Epps in real life is such a stand-up dude and likely does a lot for kids and stuff as well. It was right. And it was hilarious. It was perfect. Hilarious. There was nobody in this that was not funny. Even I honestly, I don't even know if I have seen Tika Sumpter have this much fun on a set before.
Yeah.
I don't. Right?
Yeah. I enjoyed her
because she's been in a lot of stuff on a serious level.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this film she got to, let her hair down and enjoy just being there. I never seen her be that animated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
I could be wrong, but the Tika stuff I've seen.
She was a lot of fun, and she held up with these other actors that are like really funny and really silly, and like, for example, Mike Epps. She held her own, so I appreciate Tika Sumpter. And speaking of Tika Sumpter,
you know what it was?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
go ahead.
But you know what it kind of reminded me of is like, you know how Tracee Ellis Ross is hilarious?
Yes.
And she does these roles and she's freaking hilarious. Tika Sumpter was in that realm in this movie where she was kind of doing her Tracee Ellis comedy thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It very much felt like, okay, y'all seen me be serious. Y'all know what I can do. Let me be funny. Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Let's have fun. And I feel like she did a good job of that. And speaking of Tika, her character also was a former high school mate / girlfriend of Jaycen Jenning / Snoop Dogg. So I was also confused by that because I was like, Her character was very much giving like 30s, right? Early 30s.
I think I could say, based on the timeline of like careers for football players, they're probably in their mid to late 30s.
Okay, so
collectively,
audience, Snoop Dogg in his mid to late 30s.
I mean, they could be in their early 40s.
And
Black don't crack.
Audience,
right?
Snoop Dogg in his early 40s. But like, I think that's one of the things I liked about this movie is it just added to the fun of it, because
the humor.
It's really absurd to think that Snoop Dogg would, one, be an ex-football player, two, would be in his early 40s or late 30s. Like, it was just so absurd. Same with the Mike Epps.
I thought it would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious if they did the flashback and he was just playing himself in the past. I would have screamed. I would have screamed. Bro.
I just loved it. I thought it was so goofy and ridiculous. And I was like, they probably did this for us to laugh at even more. And if y'all didn't, well, then we appreciate it anyway. I did. I thought it was really
cool. Let's so Jaycen, you said before Jaycen gets caught up in the law.
Yeah.
And this is how we end up getting to him coaching the kids, right?
Correct.
But the law stuff, okay?
Oh, baby, I was getting there. I was circling back.
Baby, that scene.
Don't you worry.
That scene.
So yes, Snoop Dogg.
Wait. Also, wait. I'm sorry. So his agent, when he goes to see his agent, it's Kumar from Harold and Kumar.
Yes.
He calls him a Harold and Kumar looking mother.
Yeah.
You just need to do your motherfucking job and get me back in the game.
Man, if I were you, I would reconsider the Dancing with the Stars offer. That's a really
Man,
good
you, you Harold and Kumar looking motherfucker. I'm through with this
It was hilarious. You know what's funny is like of course we know Snoop can cuss, right? We know this. But I ain't never seen him cuss like this.
He was a professional.
I ain't never seen him put the funk on it, you know? I was by myself watching it, audibly laughing.
Yeah.
I always use that as a meter, because I can watch something that's funny and be by myself and I'll just watch it and in my mind I'll say, this is hilarious. I won't laugh.
Right.
I was watching this and we were early in the movie and I was like,
Kiki how?
My bad.
It's okay.
So the law.
We're going to get there, y'all. We're bringing it in. So Snoop Dogg / Jaycen goes to court after he causes an accident. So he ends up
who we see?
Huh?
Who we see?
We go to court, and who's the judge? None other than Kandi Keep a Check Burruss, okay?
Kandi Big Money Burruss.
Listen, Kandi Money Bags. Nope. Kandi Escape Burruss, okay? We love Kandi. I love seeing her in this scene. I love seeing her playing the judge.
It was so unexpected.
I was not ready, but I was so glad it happened. And the banter between her and Snoop Dogg in the courtroom, it was so great. I loved it. It was really funny. I know they had a good time doing that.
Hold on, wait. Also, speaking of, because you say he had an accident before. That accident at the beginning.
Don't worry about it.
You Gonzalez himself, man.
Wait, then also they said you were facing 5 years in court, but we're going to give you 30 days. Community service. Not 5 years in court, 5 years in jail. And then, but we're going to give you 30 days. I was like, what?
Wait. I can't get over that car flipping like that.
The car flipping. It reminded me at the end of Mean Girls. Do you?
It's the severity of how that car flipped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then all you heard was him say, "Oh shit."
Gonzalez himself, man.
So honestly, T, I thought when that car flipped, I thought the movie was going to be like, you know how like when somebody's about to die, they do like the "this is your life" kind of thing.
They see that time.
Yeah. That's what I thought the story was going to be. But no, we cut to court and he's in the courtroom standing in front of Kandi Burruss.
Neck braced up.
Neck braced up. I was like, okay, this is shenanigans.
Oh man,
shenanigans. Everything about it.
Woo.
But yeah, so we go from there. Snoop gets his sentence, and he is sentenced to 30 days of community service in Long Beach in his old neighborhood. So we cut to him still being grumpy and mean, almost very Grinch-like. Don't you think he was giving like Grinch, you're a mean one? He was very much giving that.
Yeah, very much.
Just like grumpy and just sour and whatever, and mad that he has to do community service. So there, where he's doing community service at the park, he runs into some children. Some cussed children. Some children who need some guidance, clearly.
Oh, but that's really what it is. That's really what it is.
Yeah, they need a guidance. They need a guidance. And the kids are a football team. And Tika is like the mom of the team, the team mom. And she is trying her best to kind of corral and rally them because they keep losing coaches. The coaches aren't committed. They don't want to stay. And, at first glance of these kids, I get it. They bad. They bad. I keep on it quit.
I ain't never want to give out so many whoopings in my life.
Now I will say the insults that the kids were giving to Snoop, they was hitting it. I'm not gonna lie, they was hitting it.
Yeah. It was hilarious. There were funny lines. I think that you have to you gotta remove your, because let me tell you something. If these was the kids I was around and they was doing all of that, and especially if they were any of my family, it's not happening. You just not doing that,
baby. Never.
Oh my God,
baby. Never.
But outside of the blatant, vulgarity, the raunchiness, the jokes, there were laughs after laughs after laughs after laughs. Don't get me wrong, but the actual stories of the individual kids on the team, seen it before.
Yeah.
It was very predictable in that way.
Yeah.
And that is where I think that when you watch it with your family and stuff like that, when I say family, I would say 13 and up, maybe 16 and up. You watch it with your young teens, and I think that's okay. I think that part is okay, but definitely not the little ones. Woo-wee.
Definitely not. Too impressionable.
But that's all the kids' storylines were, run of the mill cliche turnout.
It reminded me, but you know what? And you're absolutely correct. But I think I kind of like that. I think that they did that for a reason. It was reminiscent of a lot of 90s, early aughts movies that we watched, like Hardball or like The Sandlot. Even I'm like really dating myself with The Sandlot, but like Mighty Ducks, movies like that, where it's like these troubled kids, and then there's some adult that comes into their life through sports and kind of guides them, mentors them along the way. It's very reminiscent of that. So I appreciated that they weren't trying to go too far off the rails or too far outside of something that we've already seen, because I think this was meant to be absurd and funny, and it was absolutely that.
Yeah. And the truth of the matter is, it was a bit more down to earth than a movie that would be what's the word I'm looking for? More censored, right? A lot of inner city kids who go and try to get an outlet, who need an outlet, like a youth sports team and stuff like that. This is how they be talking for real, right? Like I said, growing up, I was a cussing kid. I knew when to turn it off and turn it on. I wasn't just doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of had to get me there. But a lot of these kids do talk like this. A lot of these kids are exposed to things early on, that other kids who have, better privileges get protected from.
Yeah.
I think that by allowing this movie to go ahead and go for the R rating, we got to get some authenticity out of all of the humor that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that.
I agree absolutely. And like I said, some of them jokes were hitting. Like I was like, yo, these kids. But also Snoop Dogg's character was able to give it right back to them. So we didn't play like, oh, these are kids, I'm gonna be nice. No, they was talking trash. He was right back to them. Like, and had no problems doing so.
Yeah, he was definitely getting on their level.
He was.
And once it got to like towards the end there, and they were like, he was finally, because he saw this opportunity of working with the kids for a way to get out of picking up trash and stuff.
Right.
but he also saw it as a PR stunt, as a way to help his image, because his image had been so bad in the media for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And his goal was to help his image, get a new name for himself, so that he could eventually be a sports broadcaster and start making money and stuff again.
Yeah,
that was his. So he had a clear mission.
Oh, you forgot one thing.
And when we get to what,
he was trying to get back with Tika. Was he not? Was he not trying to get back?
He was not immediately. What do you mean immediately? As soon as he recognized that it was her, he was resuming right back from where he gave her. He was like, "Oh, bet."
He wants that old thing back.
Oh, there were also some other notable people in there. His high school coach, who he went and got some wisdom from at one point, was played by George Lopez, another hilarious
I love that
person.
I love seeing that.
Yeah. Him going back to the high school, and he's like, everything was the same and stuff like that. But also it was the fact that he was having a conversation with his old high school coach, and the coach wasn't being that deep about the situation. He was just saying whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, hold up, wait a minute. And he got something profound out of it.
A little worn out. But to me, I'd prefer to give that couch a little TLC, just a little love.
Oh, you Jedi mind tricking mother, you, coach.
I was like, man, this is wild.
It was
hilarious.
It was funny. It was funny. It was fun. Honorable mention to Chip Collins, who was kind of Snoop Dogg, Jason's arch nemesis. Yeah, played by Andrew Schultz. And if anybody's familiar with Andrew Schultz, he's a really funny comedian. So I enjoyed seeing him. I thought he did a great job in this role. Again, was ridiculous and absurd, but it fit right into what we're doing here. Just having a good time. Let's laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment in the film overall, would you say?
Oh, my favorite moment in the film. Oh, that's tough. Honestly, I would probably say when they reveal that one of the football team members is a girl. When they reveal that she takes her helmet off and they see that she's a girl. They don't realize that the whole time, and the boys don't even care. They're just like, yeah, she's good. Yeah, we rock with her. I love it because it was very of today, and inclusivity in that or whatever. But like the boys didn't care, because that's how kids are. Usually they don't care. They just want to. They don't care.
Yeah. they could have totally made that a thing, but I was glad that they did it, acknowledged it, and immediately got us out of it by everyone cheering.
Yeah,
right?
They were just like, all right, bet, cool. What say you, T? What was your favorite?
My I'm still stuck on this car accident. I'm sorry.
You got silence up, self,
I'm sorry. Like, because they came out, the movie just started so strong with laughs that I was just like, yo, we're in for it. And we were in for it for the whole time. I did have a least favorite moment, I would say.
What was it? Tell me.
The kids getting drunk.
I agree.
It didn't have to.
I agree. They were bad.
It was one. Yeah, they were already bad. But the kids getting drunk, sneaking and drinking beer, while Mike Epps' character was supposed to be watching them. Again, he's just there for the perks.
Yeah.
Just to be around and enjoy the mansion and stuff. He don't care about them kids. But but for them to, it was one thing. I thought they were going to stop at the little girl sneaking one.
Me too.
And maybe, she got caught, but then the kids went all out.
Yeah.
They were practically doing keg stands.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
At the pool.
Yeah.
That was a lot for me.
I agree.
And even with the movie giving us a disclaimer, I was like, oh, this is too much.
That went a little far. I would have liked to see the scene where like the little girl like you said, drinks it and then they maybe taste it and they're like, ew, because beer is gross, especially when you're a child.
Yeah, yeah.
Beer is terrible. So I would have liked it for them to just taste it, say it's gross, and like that be that. The whole thing about them getting drunk was strange to me. I didn't need that because, like we said, they were bad enough. Them kids were going through enough. I was like, now we're going to introduce alcoholism. Oh my God. So no, I didn't need that.
It was already established that they were bad.
Bad.
And we didn't.
Yes, we call these kids bad. We're not even being PC. These kids were bad.
And then the worst kid of all was the kid Tika Sumpter's son.
He was the worst.
He was like the runt of the team.
Mm-hmm.
But woo, his mouth was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. If it was me, hey, this bubble slide would have been on his lips. You understand what I'm saying?
Bubble lip, okay? Anyway. Anyway, all right.
He was the worst of all.
So we are at the point where we need to discuss what we are here to discuss. What would you rate the Underdoggs with Tucci? What you got?
Okay. Mm-hmm. It delivered on what I expected it to. Mm-hmm. The laughs. Hysterical. I could watch it again and laugh again because it had those kinds of moments, and that's hard to do nowadays where you have something that is delivering on such laughs, especially when you have someone who is leading up the film that isn't necessarily a comedian, right? Most of the main characters in the film aren't like, comedians outside of like Mike Epps, George Lopez, whatever. But they were hilarious. They were actually really funny. And then to see Snoop Dogg commit to it, we know that this is something that means a lot to him. Not the movie, but like actually, the youth football coaching and things like this is something that means a lot to him. So doing this, I think he went into it, was like, I'm going to have a good time with this. And that was translated throughout. Like I said, I had never seen Snoop on 10 like this before. I've seen Snoop in a lot of movies, but he was doing his thing here.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was in his acting. Snoop always going. Speaking of, you said Kandi, get a bag, Burruss. Snoop, big bank, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
true.
Snoop ain't never not working.
True.
But that being said, again, the storylines, when you get down to like the moments where the movie has to take a break and get in, let us meet some of the kids and see what's going on with them and all that stuff. A little predictable for me, but also I don't think it was geared to me. I think that was more so for those young teens who may happen to watch this because it is Snoop Dogg, or they watch it with their parents or whatever. It's for them because those stories will translate to them better. But for me, they didn't give me anything. That being said, I am actually going to give this movie a Jennifer Lewis.
Okay.
It was fun for what it was, but it wasn't, you weren't going to feel any other way outside of that. If you need some laughs and you just want to escape for a bit, watch this. That's what this movie is. But yeah, what about you?
All right. So for me, I had a good time. I honestly had more fun with this than I thought that I would. You keep saying that Snoop was in his acting bag. I don't feel that way, but I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Snoop
Oh,
was Snoop to
please.
me. Snoop was Snoop.
Oh, please.
Snoop was Snoop. He was Snoop. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just was what it was. I had a blast though. I had some good laughs. I enjoyed seeing a lot of the cameos. There's some other cameos in there that we did not mention, but that's for y'all to go check out. And I felt like all the other actors recognize and realize that Snoop is not an actor, so they kind of elevate it. And I think that helped to move the story along, the comedy as well. So I appreciated that. I too think I am going to get this on a Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah,
it was solid.
definitely.
It was really solid. Like I said, I have fun. I'd watch it again. I'd put it on to just like you said, escape or take a nap. That's not shade. That's just me saying, you throw this on when you want to take a nap. Or clean up or do little things around the house. So I had fun. So yes, Jennifer Lewis for me. It was a good time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Again, I just think that it was the intention that they wanted out of this was for you to have a good time and for it to also be, something lighthearted that that could tie into something that Snoop is very passionate about. And I think that they pulled that off. Yeah. So kudos to Snoop in the team for that.
Great job.
Right? That being said, I am TeaRon. You can find me on Instagram at TeaRon World, on TikTok at TeaRon with 2 underscores on the end. And you can also find Ubiquitous Blacks all over the socials. And you can also email us with recommendations, suggestions, all the good vibes, good energy. You can send it to us there. And what is that? Did I say ubiquitousblack@gmail.com?
Yeah, you did.
I did. Okay. Yeah. So there, I said it. So Tiera, where can they find you?
You can also find me at all things Ubiquitous Blacks, but also on Instagram at it's TeaRon Janee, at it's TiEra. You listen to me getting confused. Because you can find me there, and as TeaRon says, please drop some suggestions, send some comments, some thoughts, some love our way, and let us know in the comments if y'all's kids cuss, how you feel about cussing kids. Were you a cussing kid? We would love to know. So let us know in the comments.
Yes. And also in the comments, almost forgot. In the comments, there will be a pinned comment. And it will ask you, what do you rate this film? Based on our rating system.
Yeah.
What do you rate this film? So be sure to leave a comment. Let us know what you would rate the film. But also, if you are listening to this on Spotify, scroll down a little bit and you can find a poll there that you can participate in. And let your voice be heard. And also, if you see us on Instagram and you go through the stories, maybe there's a poll there too. But we definitely want to know what you think about the films that we review week to week, and get just so they can get involved as well, right?
Yeah, community.
Yeah, this is a two-way street. Okay. Yes. Well, I have fun, Tiera.
Me too.
I am going to go out, run some errands, and be grateful that I ain't got no bad kids. Woo.
Amen.
Woo.
We praying for the parents, though. We praying for y'all.
Praying for y'all. Maybe y'all can get them involved in a sports program or something. Good luck with that.
You're so terrible. Close this out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.